He gets it into the hands of Larry Fitzgerald.
Yes. Well done, Yoden.
Past the 15-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
He's got a first down past the 30. Finally taken down at the 32-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. From the 32 now. Here's first and 10. This is Bell.
Down you go.
Backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second.
This defense really thrown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Come on.
On second down, it's Bell. And down he goes just beyond the 35. And that pretty move got him some extra space to run. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game.
Come on.
At the half, a reminder we go back
Come on, Denver.
to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. He's going to find his running back. It's
Down you go.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It's a gain of 5, and that's going to bring up a fourth down.
Return left. Come on.
About offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. At their own 20-yard line. Drew Lock once again leads
the deep.
Broncos out.
Punch.
He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interception.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. He's going to let it go again.
Yeah. Run. Yes. Touchdown, Denver. Yes.
Tim Patrick, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Broncos able to show off their quick strike ability. As strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can.
Look at that ball go.
Well, in this league,
nice catch.
Worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff. They have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
And if you're wondering how fast he was going, Next Gen Stats clocked him at close to 21 miles an hour.
Kick. Yes. It's good.
14-0. The quick strike ability certainly intact there. 2 plays, 80 yards to score it.
56 seconds left in this half.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And New York set to take the field. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey guys, you help dig this.
Sack him, sack him, sack him, sack him.
Get us out of it a little bit before the half runs.
Tackle.
Make some plays.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. So from the 36 now, first and 10. Darnold from the gun.
Missed. Ha.
Larry Fitzgerald was the intended target, and that'll bring up second down.
Right, come on.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold throwing. Incomplete. He was looking for Brashad Perriman, and it's third down.
Incomplete. Brings up third down and 10.
Throwing again is Darnold. And he's got Fitzgerald. And he'll be taken
Down you go.
before he gets into enemy territory. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Airing this one out for Fitzgerald. This is caught inside the 15. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds
come
to
on.
go in this first half. First red zone opportunity now for the Jets. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11. Now here's a look for the end zone. That one's going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. 2nd down and 10. Darnold to the end zone, but it's incomplete. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points.
It's good.
Knocks it right through, and that will do it for this. All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. The Jets going to get the football first, and they trail as well as we get back underway in this second half. Fielded near the back of the end zone, and Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. Jets
Come on.
Offense coming up now to start their next drive. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. The second half starts with a carry by Bell, and from the 25,
And you're down, Bell.
29, a gain of 4.
Well, it's tough time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
From the 29, Darnold is going to find his tight end. That's Chris Herndon. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
Looking for on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing.
And you're down.
Fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
You're losing, Jets. And you're down again.
And they'll get this across the midfield stripe, but still winding up
Fuck
short
off,
of
pal.
1st down. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Catch there by Jamison Crowder, 78 catches, 833 yards, and 6 touchdowns in 2019. Operates very well out of the slot, one of the niftier receivers in the league.
No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. So here are the Broncos to take over on offense. They've got the lead as they begin this drive 1st and 10, trying to forget about that loss last week to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
3rd long, 3rd long.
He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And got his man.
Yes.
Complete. And
Swagger.
a very nice gain. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Well, you had all halftime to think about what you wanted to do to start the second half. They came out with a big one.
Does that not beg
Good old Sutton.
What was happening in the other locker room at halftime? Was that the one play they didn't cover as a possibility? Because they just gave up a big, big game.
Level set.
So the
Come
line
on.
of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10.
Run.
Taken in by his tight end. And he will finally be taken out.
1st down. Yes.
I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
And we do talk a lot about how the tight end position has changed in the NFL. Here's a great example.
What a catch.
They were linemen who occasionally caught passes. Now they're wide receivers who occasionally block people. And right here, this isn't tight end speed. It's definitely wide receiver speed.
And according to Next Gen Stats, his top speed on that one, better than 20 miles an hour.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. Jordan Jenkins gets him for a loss of 5. He is so tough to handle on the blitz, and that's Exhibit A.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty. They look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
Right, come on.
They'll try to run with Lindsey. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
This has not been a fun game for this defense. They've definitely had their share of struggles, but they needed to make a play right there, and they finally get it done on 3rd and goal.
That's over.
The kick by McManus is good. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give them a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. Back on offense, New York gets set to take over.
And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
The throw over the middle taken in. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 22 yards there, a 1st down. Back to throw, Darnold. Caught on the left side, Fitzgerald.
Shit.
And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Larry Fitzgerald. His first touchdown of the year. And the Jets are able to make this a close game again. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts. Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Any speed limits out there, and off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Hauschka now to send this one away following the score.
K.J. Hamler returning it.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Now, meanwhile, a final play here is incomplete, and that's going to take us to the end of the 3rd quarter of play. Back now here on EA Sports. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. It's Bronco football, and they also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th. He's got it at the 15.
Yeah.
And deep he goes into Jets territory before being taken down. And now Anderson is slow to get
What a
up.
throw.
Staying down after that last play.
355 passing yards.
We'll take a break. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, there in coverage.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7. Here comes Lindsey, toss right. Still going. And another tackle broken. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn up. Oh, look at this. A flip to the kicker. He's going to try to run for it. They're not going to get it. They try to move the chains with a surprise, but it's a turnover on downs. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Jets are going to get the football back. On 1st and 10, Darnold. He'll air this one out deep for Perriman.
What the fuck, honestly?
And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Rashawn Perriman. His
God's
first
sake.
touchdown on the year. And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this thing up. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
Oh, come on.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Now this
Stop that. Come on.
unit ready to head back out onto the field. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter. He's got a man.
Yeah.
And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 30.
As we've seen over the years, offense coordinators will often ease their way into drives. Many of them don't want to risk a turnover, put their defense in a bad spot, but not in this case.
Not at all. Forget about easing into it. They took a shot. It worked. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice, steady gain.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll roll him out right. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone.
Touchdown.
For a Bronco touchdown.
33-yard touchdown.
3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos have broken the tie. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is in a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
And they will take a 7-point lead now. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it ends with a Denver touchdown.
Brendan McManus to kick off for Denver.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone.
And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter.
Out of bounds.
Had an open man that time and ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Looking sideline, incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Here's Darnold. Airing this one out for Fitzgerald.
Interception.
Pressure there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite
Let's run.
and that one's incomplete.
Touchdown!
End zone for a Denver score. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos turn into a touchdown. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Brandon McManus to kick off for Denver.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
First and 10 at their own 28.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 44-yard line. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 24 yards the gain there, another 1st down as well.
Now they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely, great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Darnold completes it. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19. That catch good for only a couple.
Sacked.
Sacked back at the 29. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Looking for the end zone. And that will be
Incomplete.
Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it ends with a Jet touchdown. 24. So a minute and change to go, and this is going to be an onside kick. And the Broncos are going to get the football. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that one. They needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
Oh.
A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down. They'll actually throw it with Locke. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was trying to find Noah Fant, the tight end, and it's 3rd down. An important play right here, 3rd and 10. And I would expect pressure here. He's got it.
Yeah.
That's complete. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Back to throw. Locke. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Cortland Sutton, first-time Pro Bowler. He was the intended target. And now it's 2nd down. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Cortland Sutton was the man he was looking for. And that'll make it 3rd down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
After what they've faced during this game, where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They're going with Lindsey. And this winds up a disaster. Nowhere near the marker. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the Jets are going to get the football back. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play. I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use him. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air, but no, incomplete.
Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that is intercepted.
Yeah.
Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. And here we go on 4th. Darnold. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. Here's Locke. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Lock to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Pierre Desir able to get a hand in and make that play. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Now one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. So this one will wind up a Denver victory. And they say it's never easy to come into Denver to win because of the altitude. They look pretty comfortable in the altitude.
They certainly did. I'm not quite sure how they got prepared. And it's always been a big debate about what to do. I lived out there at one point. I lived in Colorado Springs. I remember saying to someone after my 2nd or 3rd day there, like, this altitude thing, this is no big deal. And day 4, it hit. And it hit hard. And it took me a while to get ready and get acclimated.